Alright guys, so we are back with another tropical weather outlook video, and this is for August 20th. Yes, August 20th. That's on the top of my screen there. Anyway, we have 4 active systems in the Atlantic and the Pacific right now. Then we have 2 others in the Atlantic. So let's get right on into this with all the advisories and all that fun stuff. So we'll start off with Tropical Depression 6 here, which is just to the east of, I believe those are the ABC Islands. So, depression, despite strong westerly shear, is the headline of this advisory. There are no coastal watches or warnings in effect with this thing. It is about 565 miles east of the northern Leeward Islands. Maximum sustained winds are 35 miles per hour. Swing west-northwest at 9 miles per hour, and central minimum pressure is 1,008 millibars. So at 5 p.m. Atlantic Standard Time, the center of Tropical Depression 6 is located near Yada Yada. The depression is moving toward the west-northwest near 9 miles per hour, and this motion is expected to continue over the next day or so. Maximum sustained winds are near 35 miles per hour with higher gusts. Gradual weakening is expected, and the depression is forecast to become a remnant low and dissipate in about a day. Next complete advisory on the system is at 11 p.m. Atlantic Standard Time. So if we take a look at the cone here, that's it. That is the cone for the system. So we're not really expecting a whole lot with this. Now, we will move on to Tropical Storm Emily, which is just to the northeast of Tropical Depression 6. So, the headline for Emily's advisory is Emily expected to weaken during the next couple of days over the central Atlantic. So, let's see here. There are no watches or warnings in effect for Emily. It's currently located about 1,050 miles west-northwest of the Cabo Verde Islands. Its maximum sustained winds are at 50 miles per hour, or 85 kilometers per hour. Its movement is west-northwest at 10 miles per hour, so slightly faster than TD6. And its central pressure is 1,001 millibars. As I said, there are no watches in effect. 5 p.m. Atlantic Standard Time. Not going to go over all that stuff just because it's a waste of time to go over it. Emily is moving toward the west-northwest near 9 miles per hour, and a west-northwest and northwest motion is expected during the next day or next couple of days. My apologies. Turn to the north is forecast by the middle of the week. Maximum sustained winds are near 50 miles per hour with higher gusts. Gradual weakening is forecast, and Emily could become a post-tropical cyclone in a couple of days. Tropical storm force winds extend outward up to 185 miles from the center, and then the minimum central pressure is 1,001 millibars. There are no hazards affecting land, and the next complete advisory is at 11 p.m. Atlantic Standard Time. So now we will move on to our newest storm, which was just named. This is Tropical Storm Franklin, which is just to the south, it looks like, of Puerto Rico. And yes, it is. And it doesn't look like we can see anything, but why is there... Okay, then. Anyway, the headliner for Franklin is Tropical Storm Franklin forms in the Caribbean Sea. Tropical storm watches for the south coast of Haiti and the Dominican Republic. So we will read this advisory here from National Hurricane Center on Franklin. No, don't want that. No. So, already read the headliner for this advisory. Franklin is about 270 miles south-southeast of Isla Suana, Dominican Republic, and about 270 miles south-southwest of San Juan, Puerto Rico. Its maximum sustained winds are at 45 miles per hour. Its current movement is west-northwest at 14 miles per hour. And its minimum central pressure is 1,002 millibars. So, the watches and warnings here for Franklin. The government of the Dominican Republic has issued a tropical storm watch for the entire south coast from the Haiti border eastward to Isla Suana. Then the government of Haiti has issued a tropical storm watch for the south coast of Anse de Hanout eastward to the Dominican Republic border. So the summary of watches and warnings in effect. A tropical storm watch is in effect for Haiti entire south coast from Anse de Hanout eastward to the Dominican Republic border, and the Dominican Republic entire south coast from Haiti border eastward to Isla Suana. Tropical storm watch means that tropical storm conditions are possible within the watch area, generally within 48 hours. Interests elsewhere in Haiti and the Dominican Republic should monitor the progress of Franklin. For storm information specific to your area, please monitor products issued by your National Meteorological Service. So, Franklin is moving toward the west-northwest near 14 miles per hour. A west-northwestward track is expected to continue for the next day or so, followed by a sharp turn to the north on the forecast track. Franklin should approach the coast of Hispaniola on Wednesday. Maximum sustained winds measured by NOAA reconnaissance aircraft are near 45 miles per hour with higher gusts. Some strengthening is forecast during the next 48 hours. Tropical storm force winds extend outward up to 60 miles per hour from the not miles per hour, 60 miles from the center. The minimum central pressure measured by NOAA reconnaissance aircraft is 1,002 millibars. So, hazards affecting land here. Wind. Tropical storm conditions are possible within the watch area beginning late Tuesday. And then the rainfall. Franklin is expected to produce rainfall amounts of 2 to 4 inches with isolated higher amounts of 6 inches across Puerto Rico through the middle of the week. Rainfall amounts of 4 to 8 inches with isolated higher amounts up to 12 inches will be possible across portions of Hispaniola. The next intermediate advisory, because there are watches out for this, is now... Next advisory is in 3 hours. And then the next complete advisory is at 11. So, can we get the cone here? We can get the cone. So, Franklin is expected to become a hurricane just to the south of Bermuda. Thankfully, it looks like it'll miss Puerto Rico, but it'll make landfall around the Dominican Republic Haiti border around 2 p.m. on Tuesday. So that's something to take note of here, that you guys could be dealing with a tropical storm making landfall soon. The next 48 hours. So if you're in or around the Dominican Republic or Haiti, I'd begin taking your tropical precautions, making sure you know where all your food, medicine, all that stuff is. Know you guys are probably dealt with this stuff before, and in fact you probably have from other tropical systems, so I know you guys are prepared for this stuff. But it's always a good idea to have a plan of where you're going, all that fun stuff. So now we have Tropical Storm Hillary here. Now this one is an interesting one, because this is the first time in recorded history that we have a tropical storm watch over here in California, including Los Angeles, San Diego, Santa Clarita, pretty much the Nevada-Arizona border. You guys are in a tropical storm warning here. So, as I said, this is the first time ever that there's a watch or warning issued over there. So the headliner for Hillary is Core of Hillary nearing Southern California, catastrophic and life-threatening flooding likely over Baja California and portions of the southwestern U.S. through Monday. The main threat with Hillary is the rain. They're expected to get like 5 to 8 inches of rain over there. That's not normal. And in fact, if we go over here, just adding more records being broken here by Hillary. This is the first time ever in this area of the United States that high risk has been issued for flash flooding from the Weather Prediction Center. This is the day one outlook for flash flooding. And as you guys can see there, all that pink there is the high risk. So that's something to take note of here. So I just showed you guys all the warnings and watches and all that stuff, so I'm not going to go into that. At 2 p.m., yada yada yada, Hillary is moving toward the north near 23 miles per hour. And the storm is expected to accelerate even more as it moves north-northwestward to northward during the next day or so. On the forecast track, the center of Hillary will move across Southern California in the next few hours. Maximum sustained winds are near 60 miles per hour with higher gusts. Weakening is expected to continue, but Hillary is forecast to remain a tropical storm while it moves across Southern California. Tropical storm force winds extend outward up to 230 miles from the center. A sustained wind of 47 miles per hour with a gust of 70 miles per hour was reported at Still Hill, California. A sustained wind of 47 miles per hour with a gust of 72 miles per hour was located at Hauser Mountain, California. Excuse that. Just need to get myself water. Jeez. Alright. So the estimated minimum central pressure here is 990 millibars. So the hazards affecting land here. The rainfall. Hillary is expected to produce storm total rainfall amounts of 3 to 6 inches, with maximum amounts up to 10 inches across portions of the northern Baja California Peninsula through tonight. Flash and urban flooding, locally catastrophic, is expected. As I said, this area isn't used to seeing tropical storms like, say, Florida or Puerto Rico or those areas. So, intense heavy rainfall associated with Hillary is expected across the southwestern United States through early Monday morning. Rainfall amounts of 36 inches with isolated maximum amounts of 10 inches are expected across portions of Southern California and southern Nevada, leading to dangerous and catastrophic flooding. Across portions of Oregon and Idaho, rainfall totals of 1 to 3 inches with maxima to 5 inches are expected through Tuesday morning, resulting in localized significant flash flooding. List of rainfall observations compiled by the NOAA Weather Prediction Center for this storm can be found at that link right there. But I'm obviously not going to say that entire link because it would take too long, and this video is already like 11 minutes long. So, wind. Tropical storm conditions will continue through the evening in the tropical storm warning area in the Baja California Peninsula. Tropical storm conditions will continue through tonight in the warning area in Southern California. Winds could be particularly strong and gusty in and near areas of elevated terrain. High gusts are expected well inland and will persist even after the system becomes post-tropical. And then the storm surge. A dangerous storm surge is likely to produce coastal flooding along the western Baja California Peninsula of Mexico, near where the center passes the coast in areas of onshore winds or east of the center if Hillary makes landfall. Surge will be accompanied by large and destructive waves. Coastal flooding is possible along the northern coast of the Gulf of California today through early Monday. Then tornadoes. As we know, landfalling tropical systems, or tropical systems in general, have the risk of tornadoes with them. And the National Hurricane Center has mentioned that a couple of tornadoes are possible through this evening over southeastern California, western Arizona, southern Nevada, and far southwest Utah. So, along with the flash flooding, if your basement isn't flooded and you go under a tornado warning tonight or even tomorrow, take that seriously and get into your basement if you guys have it. If no basement, lowest interior room, closet or bathroom, to put as many walls between yourself and the tornadic rotation as possible. That will also likely apply with Franklin, with the Dominican Republic and Haiti as well. Now, I know those terrains are more mountainous, but still, there is the risk of tornadoes over there as well. Then the surf for Hillary. Large swells generated by Hillary will affect portions of the Baja California Peninsula and Southern California over the next day or so. These swells are likely to cause life-threatening surf and rip current conditions. Please consult products from your local weather office. Then the next intermediate advisory will be at 8 Eastern. And then the next complete advisory is at 11 Eastern. So now that we are done talking about all of those, we can move to our areas of invest that we are watching here. Now, this is off the table now. That we will not talk about anymore because that is Franklin. But what we will talk about is that, and then also that right there. So let's go into it. This has a 20% chance in the next 2 days and a 60% chance in the next 7 days. So this is the eastern tropical Atlantic here. A large area of disorganized showers and thunderstorms over the far eastern tropical Atlantic is associated with a tropical wave centered just southeast of the Cabo Verde Islands. Environmental conditions appear conducive for gradual development of the system, and a tropical depression could form later this week while it moves west-northwestward across the eastern tropical Atlantic. Then the formation chances are at the bottom of your screen there. So now we will move over to the Gulf of Mexico here. This thing has a 50% chance in the next 2 days and a 60% chance in the next 7 days. And this has been designated Invest 91L. Showers and thunderstorms have increased this afternoon in association with an area of disturbed weather located in the eastern Gulf of Mexico. Additional development of the system is possible as it moves westward at about 10 to 20 miles per hour, and a tropical depression could form as it approaches the western Gulf of Mexico coastline by Tuesday. Then, once again, the formation chances are there at the bottom of your screen. Now we will move over to the Pacific side of things here. This thing has a 0% chance in the next 2 days and a 20% chance in the next 7 days. So, south of southern, great English there. South of southern Mexico, a broad area of low pressure could form offshore of the coast of Central America or southern Mexico during the middle of the week. Development of the system, if any, should be slow to occur while it moves slowly toward the northwest or north-northwest, and then formation chances are right there. So now we will move over to tropical tidbits here to take a look at the model runs here. And so that's the system off of Africa right now that has the, what was that? 60% chance the next week. We see that move off. The GFS does want something out of this Gulf storm, but if anything, it'll just be a tropical depression. I don't really see that doing much here. The GFS also wants Franklin to make landfall, and I think that is Nova Scotia. If you guys know what province that is in Canada, please let me know. Obviously, I'm from the States. I'm not from Canada, so I don't know what the provinces are and where they're all located at. So, yeah, just let me know if I got that right. I believe that's Nova Scotia, though. Then it also wants the system that has the 60% chance to become a hurricane as well here. Then after that, it doesn't really want anything else happening, at least for right now. Not really seeing anything else other than Franklin and then that area of invest coming off of Africa right now. But that'll be it for me here today. Tomorrow I may not be right on time as I normally would with my uploads or things like this. Just because college classes begin tomorrow. And yeah, that's it, guys. So I'll see you guys in the next one. Like this if you've liked it. Dislike it if you didn't. Please consider subscribing to the channel as it helps me get more and more info out to more and more people who could potentially need this information. And yeah, that's it. See you guys later.